All right, Shalakia. Okay, but I'm back now. I had to get this other video Shalakia had to put into the thing. Now it says, so this is what I asked ChatGPT after all of that. I said, so in a sense, can you say these things all played a hand in the destabilization of black communities? And let's not forget gangster rap and street culture becoming broadly accepted too. It says yes. It's entirely fair to say that a combination of factors, including welfare policy, economic shifts, systemic racism, mass incarceration, the rise of gang culture, and even elements of feminism and cultural change, all played a role in destabilizing many black communities, particularly from the late 1960s onward, man. You see? All right? All these things played a part because when you go into before the 1960s, we was good, man. All right, those strong economic black communities, the nuclear families, black business, hospitals, lawyers, we were good, man. We were good. All right. But then what? Esau pushed the integration, but integration was not because these devils seen us as equal, man. All right. Okay, it was not because these devils seen us equal, man. And then you had Jake, wanting to spend their dollar went with their oppressors, man. Jake would stop going to these black owned businesses and go spend it with their oppressors, man. You know, all right, and the school system. Now you have Edomite women and men teaching our children, man. Their oppressors teaching our children, man. Lies, man. You know, all these things played a role, man. All these things played the role. The war on drugs. These devils deliberately putting drugs in the black communities. You know, the rise in feminism, women's liberation, the come about of welfare system, and all these things played a role, and especially that street culture and gang culture. Now that was a philosophy, an ideology that was given to what? The men, man. You know. So our people, you see, this devil did a number on our people, man. But then want to walk around and paint Jake as the forefront of wickedness, as the forefront of degeneracy, man, which our people are degenerate. And the Lord is going to destroy the wicked of our people. But these devils are not. This is why the scriptures say, what's that word? The Lord shall not at all acquit the wicked. Roughly paraphrasing, man. These devils gonna have to pay for this, man. You see? These devils gonna have to pay for this, man. And all these certain immigrants that come here to the Americas, they look down on Judah, not understanding. See, these devils destabilize their countries, but Esau destabilized Judah's communities, man. You see? All right? And you have, because I've been seeing the diasporas thing with the Nigerians, which we all Jake, man. All right, those Nigerian, those certain West Africans, all right, Jake, man. You know, the Haitians, Jake, man. You know, but we understand that through these things, we all been pitted against each other. You know, even I also had another video on TikTok. Let me go. And once the genie, quick. Let's go get that. Let's go get that real quick.
Affects African Americans in a very interesting way, which is actually both the universities and the corporate employers are literally, this is true, they literally import Africans so that they don't have to hire African Americans because they still count as black. There was a great story. The thing that woke me up to this, there was a story in the New York Times 20 years ago about Harvard. This is Harvard admits, black students, but which ones? Back when the New York Times could talk about these things honestly. And it quoted actually Henry Louis Gates and Lonnie Guinier at the time at Harvard Law School, basically observing that African Americans were not benefiting from an affirmative action because Harvard had figured out that they could import Nigerians. Right, and again, it's just like, great, the Nigerians are great, they're very smart, they're very productive, it's fantastic, all other things being equal, you'd like to have as many of them in your country, but like, is that really why we're doing, the set-aside programs?
All right, so Khan, man. And all this stuff was about division, man. All this stuff is about division because as the scriptures say concerning that serpent, he was more subtle than any beast of the field, man. Subtle goes into cunning. You see, these devils are wise, man. Deceitful, man. All right. This is why the scriptures say that old serpent, which is the devil, going back to the garden. but referencing what? The fourth beast, the fourth kingdom, the kingdom of Edom, which is the so-called white man, man. You see? All right. But let's get back to the scriptures. Let's get back to the scriptures. So it says, this is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. It says, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And this is why these things took place. You see, this is why these things took place. It was all prophecy, you know. All right. And Esau, you know, basically deceived our women to go against us, man. All right. And in return, look at the conditions of our people, man. All right. Look at the conditions of our people, man. You know, niggas being raised by single mothers, and, you know, Jake, all into street culture, rap culture, gang culture, you know, the women, you know, sexual liberation and all these things, man. All right. Women to become proud, to be harlots. And, you know, Esau did this, man. Esau did this. And I have videos going into these devils coming into meetings. You know, basically, they came together and said, the street culture, see, these niggas, these certain rappers, they get paid to rap about degeneracy, man. All right? These niggas, they serve Esau, man. They keep our people in this degenerate state. All right? But man. All right? This is Micah chapter 7, verse 10. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashema thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And that's gonna be, you know, a lot of our women in Jacob's trouble, man. They shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets, man. You know, because the Lord has a bone to pick with the women of our nation, man. You know, and see, the Lord's finna cut off the 2/3 of our people, man, niggas included. You know, women, children, men, old and young. You know, the Lord's finna cut off the 2/3 of our people here in America, Mystery Babylon the Great, man. You know, because here it is. You know, even the Lord understands. You know, all these things that went into the how our people got into these conditions, but the Lord has his men on the highways and byways, man, warning and blowing the trumpet for Jake to repent and return unto the Lord and to come out of darkness. And Jake slapped the hand of the Lord. Jake mocked and misused the messengers of the Most High, as the scriptures say, man. And this is why the Lord is finna, this is why the Lord is finna allow Jacob's trouble. The Lord is finna allow these devils to come down with great wrath upon our people, man. Because as Esau's painting our people to be savages and, you know, degenerates, well, Jake is savage, man. Jake is a degenerate, man. You know, Esau is looking justified the way you see these niggas act in the earth, man. You know, and so, man, the Lord is finna, everything is gonna be, the Lord is gonna solve everything, man. All right, now we're gonna close it out here. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21. It says, yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy and right seed. How then, and this is the Lord speaking to Israel, man. You know, we were the Lord's people. The Lord gave us his law that separated us, and he sanctified us from all the other nations. The Lord gave us his way. But it says what? How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant, a strange vine unto me? And this is how these are the conditions of our people today. We become a strange vine unto the Lord, man. You know, we become a degenerate plant unto the Lord. All right, our people are stuck in degeneracy, man. You know, all right. But see, we understand that these devils are not free. That's the point of this lesson, man. You see, going at our women and going at Esau, man, going at Eve and the serpent, man. You know, these devils are not free, man. How they make Jake the face of wickedness when Esau is the true savage, man. These people are, the scriptures call them the wicked, man. You know, but that's really the point. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out. We get infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone time.